Good morning, doctor. I'm Lim Hang. I now want to give a presentation of the exercise 5, activity 5.1, which is the electropneumatic and its integration with relays. However, before I start the presentation, I want to apologize to doctor because my laptop is broken and I use my brother laptop. So my brother laptop is in Mandarin language, so I cannot change the Windows language to English. So there might be many Mandarin words here. Sorry, doctor. Okay, now I would like to start the presentation. First, we run the simulation. After we have met the circuit, has created the circuit of PBR1, PBR2, and the lamp. Okay, we start. Okay, we can see here there's energy energized from here. And when we force through the PB1 and the PB2, we can see the lamp is finally on in activity 5.1, activity 1. Okay, so for the activity 2, we will change the PB1 push button 1 to the negative push button. So we also start the circuit, start the simulation, and we can see when PB1 is negative, we don't need to force through it. The circuit is already, the energy is already energized until the PB2. Okay, let us force through the PB2. And when we force through the PB2, the lamp is also lightened. Okay, now turn to the third activity, which will be which the PB1 is normal, the PB2 is negative. Okay, we run the simulation again. Okay, we can see here there's no any energy energized in this circuit before we before we force it through. Hey, no. Sorry, here. Okay, there's energy energized in this connection wire, but not in the PB1. So we need to force through the PB1, and just when we force through the PB1, we can know that the lamp is already lightened. Okay, next, change to the activity 4, which we will negate the both push button, and we run the simulation again. Okay, we can see we don't need to force through the push button. The lamp is already enlightened. That's all for me for the activity 5.1. Thank you.
A very good morning to all the lecturers who is watching this video presentation today. My name is Lee Jin Jo, and now I'm going to present a you about activity 5 in lab 5. Here is the circuit I have designed in the OpenPCI editor, and all the component at here is the push button, a lamp, a timer, and a tone. We have a timer here, the lamp is here, and the PB is here, and I have run it. So let's force through it, and the current will arrive at this tone in, and we'll go to the timer, and after 5 seconds the lamp will be light up. Right, next is about the activity 6 in lab 5, and the component is needed in this circuit is a push button, relay 1, relay 2, timer, lamp, and tone also. And here is the push button 1, relay 1, relay 2, relay 1 also connect, go back here. lamp at here and the timer appears, so I have already run this program. So let's force through it, and after we force through it, it will enter here in and go to the timer, wait for 5 seconds and the circuit will auto connected with the relay 1 and also to the lamp. The lamp is light up. And that's all from me for the lab 5, and later I will continue with the lab 6. So thank you very much for your attention.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. My name is Muhammad Adam Daris and I will present exercise 6, which is 6.4. So the activity 6.4 is the upgrade from the 6.3, which is we add the loop to the PLC 6.3 to make it a loop from step 3 to step final step. So this is the final circuit. So the initially is the red light is on. So we force through, we push the button and look at that. For the timer and the push time, so the green motor and relator is on, so the loop will do for forever, and if we want to stop this loop, we just push the stop button, which PB2. So force through, then that's it. So the become the initial, so which is red is on. So that's it.
Good morning, Doctor. I'm Lim Wei Hang from the Section 5, Group 25. And now I would like to give a presentation of the activity 6.1 in the exercise 6, which is the PLC ladder logic application on conveyor motor. But before I start my presentation, I want to give another apologize to Doctor because of the language problem. Okay, let us run the simulation first. Okay, we can see here the red light is in the on state and other component is in the off state. So when us press the start button, we can see the red light is off and the other like green light and the motor is start working. So when the motor is running, the object will move. The proximity sensor will detect when the object arrives. This proximity switch, okay, the sensor, okay, so the motor will stop. When the motor stop, and the green light will also become off state, and the red light will start working. However, if if the simulation is working, the motor is working, okay, so when we maybe have some emergency happen, so we can push this emergency stop to close the green light and the motor. So that's all from me for the activity 6.1. Thank you. Now I would like to give a presentation of activity 6.2 from exercise 2. Let us run the simulation now. Okay, as we can see, initially the red light is activated. So when I start the push button 1, the start button, okay, we can see here the time 1, 2, 3. The 3 when the third second, the green light and the motor is activated and the red light is deactivated. So when the push button 2, which is the emergency push button, is being pressed, all the thing will be deactivated except the red lamp. Okay, and the motor will be stop. So this is the presentation for the activity 6.2. Thank you.
And now I'm going to present with you about the activity 6.3 in the lab 6, and this is the circuit we have done. And the component in this circuit, we have push button 1 and 2, and we have 2 relay. We have a green LED light indicator, we have a red LED light indicator, we have a motor, we have a time, we have a tone, we have a dB also. Right, so I have run it. So let's before we first start the relay, it's straightly connected to the red LED. So after we fall through it, there you have 3 second timer, and after that we have a 5 second that will light up the green LED and also the motor and the relay 2. And after the 5 second, it will not connect and it will go back. It will block the current and it will go back to connect to the relay 1 and to the LED red light indicator. So that is all from me for the 6.3 activities. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. My name is Muhammad Adam Daris and I will present exercise 6, which is 6.4. So the activity 6.4 is the upgrade from the 6.3, which is we add the loop to the PLC 6.3 to make it a loop from step 3 to step final step. So this is the final circuit. So the initially is the red light is on. So we force through. We push the button and look at that. For the timer and the push time. So the green motor and relator is on. So the loop will do for forever, and if we want to stop this loop, we just push the stop button, which PB2. So then that's so the become the initial, so which is red is on. So that's it.